I love gaming. I work for fun. I mean, honestly, I would do it for free. Regional explosion happening right now. People just want video. That's what they want. That's what TikTok is all about. Oh my God, that's the greatest game we've ever seen. We must make it immediately. And it's just exploding in Latin America.
Welcome back to our Evolution AB series. After exploring the company's business landscape, we now turn to the pillars of its success. The sharp minds behind its management, their unique competitive advantage, and the risks they navigate. In this episode, we're uncovering what truly powers Evolution AB's market presence and what challenges might lie ahead. Dive in with me as we analyze these critical aspects and their impact on the company's future. Evolution Gaming, a leading company in the gambling industry valued at 23 billion euros, stands out for its strong company culture and strategic focus. The company benefits from a remarkable 15% insider ownership, reflecting a long-term commitment from its management team. CEO Mark Carlson, with his diverse background in computer science, law and finance, is a dynamic leader. He prioritizes market share over EBITDA margins, demonstrating a focus on growth and long-term vision, rather than short-term financial metrics. His ambition for Evolution Gaming is to become one of the best companies globally, across any industry. Todd Haushalter, the Chief Product Officer, is a key figure in the company's success, often compared to Steve Jobs for his innovation in the gambling sector. Todd is deeply invested in enhancing user experience, drawing inspiration from tech giants like Apple, Amazon, and Spotify. His career rooted in Las Vegas gambling scene and culminating in his current role at Evolution Gaming in Sweden underscores his dedication to the industry. Despite his significant impact, Todd has expressed no desire to pursue a CEO role, focusing instead on creative aspects and game development. His dedication makes him both a vital asset and a potential liability for Evolution Gaming, given his central role in the company's operations. Now, let's get into the most important task of a management team, which is capital allocation and management priorities. In examining the capital allocation and management focus of the company, it's evident that CEO places a significant emphasis on operational aspects rather than purely on capital allocation. This approach, however, hasn't hindered capital returns, demonstrating effectiveness in their current strategy. Interestingly, the company seems inclined to prioritize market share over margins, a choice that, thus far, appears to be concurrently enhancing value per share. Regarding how management talks about cash flow, operating cash flow is a topic of discussion, but detailed per-share metrics are notably absent, and for that reason, not optimal according to the Outsider's book. Moreover, the acquisition strategy of the company is bold, with a history of paying high multiples for acquisitions since 2018. This strategy, while aggressive, may reflect a deeper vision of the company's management, particularly in the R&D segment. Here, the management's acumen is noteworthy, suggesting a potential long-term plan that is yet to fully manifest. The organizational structure of the company promotes a decentralized and entrepreneurial environment. This is exemplified by the leadership style of Todd, who is characterized as exceptionally entrepreneurial. The company culture, as described, encourages independent thought and seems to be successful in fostering an innovative mindset across the organization. It's worth noting that I'm not really that sure that the R&D segment strategy is that good, but we'll dive deep into it in the risk section. In terms of tenure, the management team has a robust track record with several key members, including the CEO, COO, CSO, and CFO, who have been with the company for significant periods, ranging from 7 to 18 years. This longevity suggests a stable and experienced leadership. Communication and reporting within the company appear concise and informative, although some changes over time in initiatives and language are observable. there have been shifts in the company's reporting on customer competition and loss, which may warrant attention. However, the company's risk factors have remained consistent, indicating a steady approach to risk management. Assessing the character and integrity of the management, both Todd and Martin stand out for their focus, talent, and commitment, evidenced by their substantial personal investments in the company. The management's ambition and cultural background, predominantly Swedish, contribute positively to their decision-making process. The company's track record, with a notable compound annual growth rate of tangible book value and free cash flow per share, reflects a competent and value-creating management team. Now getting into shareholding and investors, the largest shareholder is Capital Group, owning 15.1% of Evolution. Then we have Osterbar Ventures AB, a joint venture between the two founders of the company that holds a 10.4% stake, and both BlackRock and WCM Investment Management have a 5.1% stake each. The CEO bought more or less 9 million euros in Evolution shares on the 12th of November of 2023, adding to his existing position. Lastly, the incentives and accountability structures within the company aligned with its long-term success. The management's significant financial stake in the company ensures their interests are aligned with those of the shareholders. However, there is a risk that challenges such as slowing growth or reduced demand for their games could push the company towards riskier innovations or acquisitions. Performance-related bonuses and the impact of stock price fluctuations on personal wealth serve as immediate checks on the management's decision, maintaining a balance between risk and reward. Evolution's incentive structure for management includes a fixed salary, competitive salaries based on individual skill, responsibilities, and performance, variable compensation, a cash-based and tied to measurable performance criteria, incentive program, which is the long-term share and share price related programs established by shareholders' meetings. The iGaming industry, which brings traditional gambling online, is undergoing a challenging transition similar to the early e-commerce, streaming, and music platforms. Despite its simplicity in concept, the move from physical casinos to online poses significant operational and economic challenges. For example, companies like Netflix, Spotify, and Amazon show that leading a digital shift doesn't automatically lead to profitability despite market dominance, especially in the case of Netflix and Spotify. In the iGaming, attracting users goes beyond promotional tactics. It involves navigating unfamiliar games, the risks of real money, and technical reliability. A single technical glitch can significantly impact user trust. In the iGaming industry, accessing online gambling typically happens through three types of operators. First, land-based casinos. Traditional brick-and-mortar casinos like MGM or Caesars wanting to expand online but lacking expertise or capital. This category includes both large and small operators, the latter leveraging a loyal customer base to transition online. Second, we have digitally native casinos. Newer online entrants such as DraftKings and FanDuel in the US or Unibet and 888 Casino in Europe. Initially focused on sportsbooks, they expanded to offer iGaming services, often outsourcing to utilize their established online user base. And third, we have gaming aggregators. These are less known but crucial. They provide a single platform combining thousands of games from various suppliers, simplifying integration for casinos. The dynamic between these operators and customers involves intense customer acquisition efforts, evident in the pervasive gambling ads. Acquiring and retaining users is a costly marketing battle, as shown by DraftKings' consistently negative operating margin. To attract users, casinos use promotions like free spins or sign-up bonuses, but retaining them is challenging due to the low brand loyalty and users' tendency to chase rewards. Gamblers have a wide array of gambling options, from blackjack and roulette to baccarat, slots, and various game shows. This variety necessitates aggregators that bundle these games into one API, making it easier for smaller casinos to integrate a diverse range of games, while larger casinos often opt for direct integration to reduce costs. Regulatory compliance is a major challenge, with operators needing to ensure users are in regions where gambling is legal. Despite the seeming simplicity of setting up a live casino, just a dealer, a camera, and online payment collection, the industry is complex. This complexity raises several questions. First, despite online gambling being legal in Europe since the mid-2000s, why do major online casinos like 888 Holdings and Betson AB use Evolution Gaming services instead of in-housing them? Second, why have top US casinos partnered with Evolution Gaming? Third, with Las Vegas Sands building their B2B live casino product, will it succeed or struggle financially? To answer these questions, we must delve deeper into the offerings of live casino suppliers and their relationship with online casinos, which will be the focus of the next section. Land-based casinos, an industry dating back to the 17th century, face a major challenge in moving to the digital realm. While they excel in managing physical experiences like hospitality and security, creating a digital gambling experience is a whole different ballgame. First, we have user experience and technology. The digital platform must be engaging and user-friendly, requiring skilled developers. Then, compatibility with various devices and operating systems is essential. Moreover, a wide variety of high-quality games is necessary to keep users interested, similar to the diverse content offered by streaming services. Secondly, we have the dealers and personalization. Dealers must be trained to interact with live chats, offering a personal gambling experience online. They need to be knowledgeable about both local and global regulations. And the high turnover of dealers is common, requiring constant recruitment and training. And third, we have security concerns. Digital platforms face unique security threats like cheating, which are different from those in physical casinos. The platform must be monitored to ensure regulatory compliance and fair play. Furthermore, setting up an online casino involves significant upfront fixed costs and risks. Mistakes can lead to regulatory penalties, customer churn, or exploitation by cheaters. Now let's get into partnerships and revenue models. We have branded services, where casinos can have branded tables with specific UI and outfits, usually funded by operators, UI being user interface. And then we have revenue split. Evolution Gaming, for instance, takes a 4 to 17% cut on the net revenue from these games. This model is less risky for casinos compared to building and running their own online platform, which can involve substantial costs and risks. Now let's get into the maths of the business, and for that we'll read a very interesting piece written on Twitter by an analyst, which I will link down in the description. So you don't have to be very smart to understand why in-housing live casino games will never work and why it needs to be a large-scale operation to be profitable. To demonstrate this, let's assume running a simple blackjack table costs 20 euros per hour. That's not very much, so yearly costs would be 24 times 365 times 20, which would be 175,200 euros. Now, to break even with a 2% house edge, this table would need to wager 8,760,000 million euros in a year to be profitable. That is a big number and hard to achieve. This blackjack table would need to be running 24/7 every single day, and 50 hands would be needed to play every single hour. And players would have to bet 20 euros in total each round for the blackjack table to just break even. This already demonstrates why it is really difficult to produce a successful and profitable live casino service. And now the question arises, when would it be more profitable for the operator to produce the live casino blackjack table in-house than to buy a blackjack service from Evolution, with a 70-30 deal? We can calculate it using this simple formula, where X is the total bet per round, Y is the hours in a year times hands per hour times house edge, C is Evo's share of profits, and Z is costs to run a blackjack table. So players would have to bet 66.7 euros in total every hand, 50 times per hour, every single hour of the year, for the blackjack table to be more profitable for the operator than just buying a live casino service from Evolution with a 30-70 deal. This is very difficult to achieve and not worth even attempting. Now let's talk about B2B competition. Well, Evolution Gaming made attempts to expand into the random number generator RNG slot games market, but hasn't been very successful so far. In 2020, they bought NetEnt, a Swedish slot provider, for 1.9 billion euros, and later acquired Big Time Gaming, known for its high 88% EBITDA margins, for 450 million euros. Despite these acquisitions, RNG games still make up only a mid-teen percentage of Evolution's total revenue and hasn't shown significant growth since the purchase. Evolution's management expects modest revenue growth from the RNG games and plans to release more games. However, this strategy hasn't been very fruitful yet, and many shareholders aren't happy with this approach. They believe the company would be better off investing in buying back its own shares, considering them a more valuable investment compared to these acquisitions. The RNG segment could be seen as a potential bonus for Evolution. If it takes off, great. If not, their core business remains unaffected. While the segment is profitable, the challenge lies in retaining users in a market filled with similar products. Let's make a B2B comparison. Starting by quality comparison. Among the major players in the industry, there is not much difference in the quality of dealers, user interface, UI, and streaming. What makes Evolution stand out in this industry is its game innovation. Evolution Gaming stands out for creating the best and most original games. Competitors often try to imitate their game designs quickly. Thirdly, we have game variants. While Evolution may not have the most engaging dealers, it offers a wide variety of games differing in speed and risk levels, which appeals to a broad range of players. And fourth, we have licensing popular titles. Evolution Gaming has rights to well-known names like Monopoly and Deal or No Deal, adding to its appeal. Since we already took a look at how the industry interacts, let's get into Evolution's advantage. Evolution Gaming is a leading force in the iGaming industry, a sector where holding user attention directly translates to higher earnings. Unlike Netflix, which aims to retain enough attention to prevent churn and raise prices, iGaming profits increase with more user engagement. Competitors with less than 1% market share struggle to survive, as they can't attract enough players to cover operating expenses. Evolution Gaming's dominance allows it to 1. Spread costs. With a large user base, Evolution can afford to invest more in each game, ensuring higher quality, security, and creativity. This superior game experience attracts and retains more players. Secondly, we have higher revenue split. Evolution charges a 10 to 12% commission on game revenues. Even if competitors offer lower rates, casinos might still prefer Evolution, contingent on that Evolution games generate significantly higher net revenue, justifying the higher commission. Third, we have exclusive branded tables. The company can provide dedicated tables with branding for big casinos, a benefit mainly available to larger players in the market. Fourth, we have own gaming lobby. Evolution's unique strategy includes an in-game exit lobby button that leads players not back to the casino's interface but to Evolution's own gaming lobby. This keeps players within the Evolution ecosystem, encouraging them to play more of its games. In essence, Evolution Gaming is caught in a positive feedback loop where its leading position in the industry continues to strengthen over time. The business quality, coupled with an industry structure that rewards the top player, results in the excellent unit economics for Evolution. Let's jump into the most important part of any analysis, which is the risk assessment. We have several risk factors for Evolution, so let's jump right into them. First, we have regulatory and licensing challenges. Evolution's operations, influenced by complex gaming laws in various jurisdictions, rely on a Malta Gaming Authority license for the EU countries. However, changing regulations in Europe could necessitate acquiring additional specific licenses, potentially increasing administrative expenses. Secondly, we have operational complexity. Managing multiple studio locations requires significant investment in real estate, technology, and compliance, affecting cost efficiency. These challenges, while creating barriers for competitors, add to operational complexities. Thirdly, we have workforce dynamics and expansion costs. With a substantial workforce in lower-cost countries such as Georgia and Latvia, Evolution's expansion, particularly into the US, has led to an increased cost due to higher average salaries. Fourth, we have taxation and global policies. Benefiting from low corporate taxes in Malta, the company might face increased rates due to global minimum tax initiatives, impacting net profits and cash flow. Fifth, we have customer reliance and revenue stability. A heavy reliance on a few major customers presents risks, as any shifts in their business could significantly affect Evolution's financial stability. Sixth, we have in-house development versus third-party advantages. There's a risk of major clients like casinos choosing in-house live casino solutions over third-party providers. However, Evolution's services offer numerous advantages, including expertise, cost efficiency, risk management, and access to innovative products. 7. We have key personal dependence. The potential departure of key figures, particularly Todd, poses a risk, albeit a low one given his current industry standing. 8. We have market evolution and new gambling modes. The uncertainty in how gambling mechanisms will evolve, including the rise of online platforms, could impact traditional gambling landscapes. 9. We have technological adaptation and medium change. The transition to new platforms like VR or AR could disrupt current unique economics and market dynamics, necessitating strategic adaptation. 10th, we have competitive landscape. Evolution faces competition from both in-house development by casinos and other B2B suppliers, with varying opinions on the impact. 11th, we have regulatory landscape in emerging markets. The regulatory environment, especially in grey markets, is a significant risk. These markets could become fully illegal, impacting gross gaming revenue. 12th, we have geographic revenue focus and risks. The growing revenue concentration in Asia presents a double-edged sword, offering growth potential but accompanied by high regulatory risk due to varying local gambling laws.